boys and girls. Today we're going to come back and look at our 7 Habits of Happy Kids book. If you remember, the last time we read about Sammy Squirrel and how he was bored. And the lesson that we learned from that story was that we need to be proactive. And what that means is we need to solve some of our problems for ourselves. Also, we need to take charge of our learning and what we want to do with our day. For example, Sammy was bored and he wanted everybody else to tell him how to have fun. And in the end, he realized that he was in charge of himself and he should make his own fun. Today, we're going to read about Goob and the bug collecting kit. Now, Goob is a bear and he loves insects and watching them. And today his lesson is going to be to begin with the end in mind. And when you're beginning with the end in mind, that means that you're planning for your future. So for example, if you have a job to do for school and you want to play a game, you need to think, well, what do I need to do first? Well, first I need to take care of the work that I have to do. Or if there's something you want to buy, you might need to save up and come up with a way to collect enough money to buy that thing. And that's what happens with Goob. And we're going to read this. I'm going to read the words and then I'll show the pictures because I think it's easier for you guys to see that way. Goob and the bug collecting kit. Goob was walking by Toodle's toy store when he saw a bug collecting kit in the window. It was on sale for $4. Wow, said Goob. I've wanted a kit like that for a long time, but I don't have $4. I need to earn it. I need to come up with a plan. Goob went home and wrote out a list. So here he is finding the bug collecting kit. And here he is writing his list. Now, his list says Goob's goals. Number 1. Save some money. Number 2, buy bug collecting kit. Number 3, buy present for Allie's birthday. Number 4, buy pizza with honey on top. And number 5, go to movie. Just then, Jumper stopped by. What's that, Goob? I'm making a list of things I want to do, said Goob. Wow, can I be a part of your game plan? Asked Jumper. Sure, said Goob. I have a great idea. Let's sell lemonade. It's really hot out and folks will want a cold drink. That afternoon, Goob and Jumper set up their lemonade stand. Sammy and Sophie were the first to stop by. Lemonade, said Sammy. I'll buy a cup. Me too, said Sophie. This heat is oppressive. Goob and Jumper looked at each other. I have no idea what you just said Jumper. Hot, said Sophie. It's really hot. Next, Lily, Skunk, and Tagalong Allie stopped by. I'll buy a cup for Tagalong Allie and 2 cups for me, said Lily. And then Allie and I are going to my house to color. Isn't that right, Allie? White, said Allie. After a few hours, Goob and Jumper had sold all their lemonade. They had made $20. Wow, we're rich, said Goob. Let's divide it up. Here's $10 for you and $10 for me. Home run, said Jumper. I know just what I'm going to spend my money on. And off he ran to Toodle's toy store. Jumper bought 2 candy bars, some bubble gum, and a bag of popcorn, which he ate right away. He then got himself a cheap yo-yo, which broke after 3 tries, and a small squirt gun, which he lost on his way home. Meanwhile, Goob went home and read over his list. He put $1 in a jar for savings. So Jumper's gone and he spent all of his money and he bought a bunch of junk food he didn't need. a cheap yo-yo that just broke, and a squirt gun that he already has lost. Meanwhile, here's Goob. He's put $1 in savings so that if he ever wants something in the future or needs something, he has that. Next, he went to Toodles and bought the bug collecting kit for $4. He spent $2 on a little mirror for Tagalong Allie's birthday present. On his way home, he stopped at Penny's place and bought himself a slice of honey pizza for $1. He still had $2 left to go to a movie. As Goob was walking along, Jumper caught up to him. "Where you headed, Goob?" he asked. "To the movies," said Goob. "I wish I could go," said Jumper with a sigh. "But I've spent all my money." "On what?" asked Goob. "Well, lots of stuff," said Jumper. "My money just kind of disappeared." "You should have planned ahead," said Goob. "I was able to get everything on my list." Jumper's ears and whiskers drooped. "I guess I dropped the ball," he said. So Goob's got all the things that were important for him to get. And Jumper, he just bought a bunch of stuff. None of that was stuff that he was planning for. It just was what he wanted at the moment, but not necessarily in the long run. "Don't let it bug you," said Goob. "Now you know what to do next time." "Aw, you're smart," said Jumper. "Have fun at the movie." "You can have fun too," said Goob. "I have $2 left. Enough for both of us to go to the dollar movie. The Giant Spider Eats the Blob is showing. Come on, let's go." So, boys and girls, in this story, you have Goob, who he had something that he wanted, and he set a goal for himself. He came up with a list of how he was going to get that thing that he wanted. And while he was making that list, he also wrote some other things on it that were important to him, like a gift for a friend. And he knew he wanted a piece of pizza, and he knew that he wanted to put some in savings and to go see a movie. And he was able to do all the things that he wanted because he planned ahead. It's really important that when you're thinking about things that you want to achieve or to get in life, that you think about what you want at the end, and then you begin to plan to get to that thing. It's kind of like at school, you want to finish your work, so you have to think, well, what do I need to do first? Then what do I do? Do I watch TV, or do I sit down and do my writing? Do I go play with my toys, or do I listen to my lesson video? Those things are important for you to think about. What you can do is you can begin with the end in mind. Well, I want to get to the fun stuff, but maybe I should do my work part first. And then I'll really be able to have fun because Mom won't be telling me, "Hey, get over here and do your lesson." Or Dad won't be yelling, "Hey, get back here and do this." So it's really important that as a kid, we also plan for what we need to do. And Goob had a plan. I know that when I was a kid, I always wanted these certain toys. There were these little dolls, and my mom would buy them for me sometimes, but not always. And when I was 12, I finally was able to get some of the things that I wanted by getting a job working for my dad. So every Saturday night, I helped my grandmother at his auctions sell food. And I knew that I wanted this watch. It was something that was just really exciting for me. But it was a little expensive, and my mom and dad were like, "No, we can't afford to buy that for you. If you want that, you're going to have to earn it." So I worked for several weeks saving up enough money to buy that watch. And then I was able to get it, and I had it when I was in high school. So that's the way we kind of have to do things in life. We have to begin with the end in mind. Think about what you want to get done, and then take the steps that you plan to get there. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.